Hi, my name is Matt and this is my YouTube channel which I call Rapo Quarter, and today I'd like to talk to you about my Jackson JS22-7 7-string guitar. I hadn't initially intended on doing any videos like this where I'd talk about my gear. The intention was that the YouTube channel would just be a place where I could upload all of my own songwriting ideas and mixing projects and things like that. But I have had a couple queries about this instrument, and if YouTube's anything to go by, it is a pretty popular guitar, I think. I'm guessing that's because of its pretty cheap price and its reasonably good looks. But I think a lot of people probably have a certain amount of doubt about buying the guitar because they're worried about the quality. So I have had questions about tuning stability and the playability of the instrument generally. And so I just thought I would talk a little bit about my experience about buying the guitar, because it wasn't entirely plain sailing when I first bought it. I'll just run through the specifications really quickly. It's an archtop poplar body with a bolt-on maple neck and rosewood fingerboard. It has 24 jumbo frets, and something that really attracted me to the guitar from the very beginning is that it has a 26.5-inch scale length. So the scale length of the guitar is a little bit longer than your average standard Fender scale length, for instance, but it's not like a full baritone scale length. I ordered this guitar from a company called GOK, who are based in Brighton, and when I first got the guitar, I wasn't entirely satisfied with it. It was pretty obvious that a lot of the components are fairly cheap, you know, the bridge and some of the controls, and certainly the humbuckers weren't the highest quality humbuckers available. It has a particularly sharp plastic nut, but the biggest problem for me is that when I was playing the guitar and fretting it high up the neck, I've got this tuned to a drop A, so that low A kept on slipping off the top of the neck, and after doing a little bit of measurement myself and looking at it as carefully as I could, I decided that the neck was out of alignment. So I actually returned the guitar to GOK, thinking I was going to get a refund. They ultimately got one of their luthiers to look at the guitar and sort it out, and then sent the same guitar back to me corrected. And I will say that they did do a really good job. The problem pretty much vanished after that point. I probably did have to adjust my playing a little bit to be playing a 7-string, because I never really played one. This was my first 7-string. But yeah, the problem did disappear after that. In terms of tuning stability, it's not amazing, but it's really not too bad. I've recorded with it, and I would say I probably check the tuning on this instrument as much as I would on any of my other instruments when I'm recording. I have not gigged with it yet. I would absolutely love to play this live. Perhaps that will happen at some point in the future. Bought the guitar with the intention of it being a little bit of a project, so I knew that I did want to upgrade the pickups. I thought about upgrading the bridge in the future and possibly the tuners and whatnot. So far all I have done is upgrade the pickups. I was a little bit uncertain about ordering the Bareknuckle pickups because I just knew so little about pickups generally. And I went with Aftermath pickups mostly because I had seen a photo of a set of Aftermaths in a guitar that Tom Searle was playing, Tom Searle from Architects, several years ago. I also didn't really want to go with Juggernauts because at the time Juggernauts seemed incredibly popular, and I kind of felt like I wanted just an alternative to that. And the Aftermaths, as I understood, were a little bit noisier, a little bit more aggressive sounding pickup, and they seemed like a really cool alternative to the Juggernauts. So I got in touch with Bareknuckle. To be honest, you can order via their webpage, but I actually spoke to somebody over the phone and they talked me through the whole specification and made it really clear what I needed and what I was going to get, which was awesome. I think what they suggest the turnaround is for those pickups is something like 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure I got mine within like a week, so a lot quicker than what was suggested on their webpage. What I've gone with is a calibrated set of raw nickel covered aftermaths. So yeah, literally the finished cover is called raw nickel, and you can see it's got like some oxidization and some scuffs and a slightly rougher, matter finish, which is really cool. It looks amazing. And now that I've started playing it quite a lot, at the top where I'm palm muting sometimes, and quite a bit at the bottom where my pinky hooks around the bottom string, the high E string rather, you can see it's kind of starting to wear away there too, where my hand is making contact with it the whole time, so it looks really cool and starting to like age even more. I've gone for a nickel pole screw, and obviously you can completely customize these pickups when you go online to their webpage. There's loads of different choices. I just thought these looked absolutely amazing like this. The plan had been for me to install the pickups myself, and I did start the process of trying to do that. But unfortunately they didn't fit in the routed holes correctly, and then they also didn't fit within the pickup covers. So in the end I decided that the body probably needed additional routering to get the pickups in there, and that it was a job best left to Alethea. So I took the guitar to Alethea here in Denmark Street in London, and they installed these pickups for me. I will say that installing the pickups did make, in my opinion, a dramatic difference to the sound of the instrument. There was just a lot more balance, a lot more clarity, a lot more detail across the fretboard. I felt like the higher strings could kind of like hold their own a lot more. I could play quite harmonically complex chord shapes with a lot of gain and still be able to hear the character and the detail of that chord despite quite a lot of gain on top of it. So yeah, for me they're a great addition and really kind of made me absolutely fall in love with the guitar. It's by a long way, it's my cheapest guitar, but it's probably the one that I pick up most often just because it sounds so good and it's just really fun to play. So I just wanted to say in conclusion that I bought this instrument as very much a starter 7-string guitar, but having played it for a while now and having upgraded the pickups, I feel like I've got quite a lot more than that. I feel like I've got a great looking, great sounding, really fun guitar to play that I'll be playing for many years to come. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe. I plan on making loads more videos like this. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.